Hello, I'm Vortex Archerontic, and this is the first video of our new video series. In this series we're going to show you some different open source applications. This time we will show you games which you can play with Windows, Linux and Mac. But not every game will be available for every operating system, but in general they will be available for Linux and Windows. And don't worry, we will not show you some boring jump and run games you might often seen in other videos. The games we would like to show you have actually good graphic, and well, the graphic was in some parts reduced because of the screencast, but there are still some glitches made by my recording program and well, my desktop effects, but I hope it will be not so bad. So just get it started.
Alien Arena.
Alien Arena, also called Code Red Alien Arena, is a free standalone first-person shooter computer game, begun by Core Entertainment in 2004. The game combines the 1950s era sci-fi atmosphere with gameplay similar to Quake, Doom and Unreal Tournament. Alien Arena focuses mainly on online multiplayer action, also it does contain single-player matches against bots. Armageddon Advance is a multiplayer game in 3D that attempts to emulate and expand on the light circuit sequence from the film Tron. It also contains single-player matches against bots. The major target of the game is to smash the enemies against the walls and to survive as the only one or as the only team. Cube 2 Sauerbraten, German for Sour Roast, also known as Sour, is a cross-platform Quake-like first-person shooter that runs on Windows, Linux, FreeBSD and Mac, using OpenGL and SDL. The game features single-player and multiplayer gameplay and contains an in-game level editor, which is its main feature. And Cube 2 runs on their own game engine. Megalith is set in a fantasy world with 7 factions: Magic, Tech, Indians, Egypt, Norsemen, Persian and Romans, which together forms the Mega Pack. Each comes with their own sets of units, buildings and upgrades, advantages and disadvantages, which allows for variation in strategy while keeping a balanced gameplay. And Megaglass contains its own map editor and runs on her own game engine. Open Arena is a first-person shooter computer game based heavily on the Quake 3 Arena deathmatch style. The Open Arena project was established on August 19, 2005, the day after the ID Tech 3 GPS source code was released. It is still in early development and contains new gaming mods and is based on the Quake 3 game engine. Red Eclipse is a multi-platform first-person shooter that runs on the Cube Engine 2. The game is predicated around multiplayer-based action but can also be played offline against bots. But don't worry, Red Eclipse isn't the Cube 2 that just looks a little bit different, it's more. It contains new gaming mods and the graphic is also a little bit different. So also the gameplay. Rally is a car racing simulator similar to Trackmania. You need just to complete the tracks in the best time. You can play Stunt Rally in a single player and also in a multiplayer mode. In single player mode you can just choose a track and drive it, or even do a championship. In the multiplayer mode you can play with other humans via the internet or via split screen, so up to 4 people can play on the same computer. Stunt Rally also contains its own track editor, so you can easily set up a new track and even drive it. Super Tux Kart, also known as SDK, is a Mario Kart-like arcade game featuring the Linux mascot Tux. SDK is cross-platform, running on Windows, Amiga OS 4, AROS, Mac OS, Linux and other Unix systems. Super Tux Kart contains a single player and also multiplayer mode. In the single player mode you need to complete different challenges, and in the multiplayer mode you can play with other people only via split screen, so up to 4 people can play only on the same computer. You can also easily download and install new tracks, new cars and also new challenges. Tremulous is a team-based first-person shooter with real-time strategy elements. The game featuring two opposing teams, humans and aliens. Each team must attack the enemy's base and team members while defending their own base.
Vega Strike.
Vega Strike is a first-person space trading and combat simulator developed for Windows, Linux and Mac. Many of the core game mechanics of Vega Strike are indirectly inspired by Elite. The successor of Elite, namely Wing Commander Privateer, were particularly strong influences. Vega Strike is programmed in C++ over the OpenGL 3D Graphic API and performs an internal scripting written in Python and XML. Warzone is a first-person shooter, first publicly released on June 8, 2005 as an alpha version. The game is still in active development. Warzone is built up in QFusion and advanced modification of the Quake 2 game engine. Warzone is loosely based on the e-novel Chasseurs de Bots by Fabrique des Mours. The novel is the basic of the game's cyberpunk visual style, which is achieved by combining cel-shaded cartoon-like graphics with dark, flashy and dirty textures. Since visual clarity is important in maintaining comprehensive gameplay, Warzone tries to keep effects minimalistically clear and visible.
Warzone 2100.
Warzone 2100 is a real-time strategy and real-time tactics hybrid computer game, originally developed by Pumpkin Studios and published by Eidos Interactive. It was originally released in 1999 for Windows and PlayStation, and is now also available for Mac OS, Linux, FreeBSD and Amiga OS 4 and other operating systems. Warzone 2100 was released as a proprietary commercial game, but on December 6, 2004, source code and most of its data were released under the GNU General Public License. Xonotic is a first-person shooter. It was developed as a fork of Nyx Quiz, following controversies surrounding the game's development. The game runs on a heavily modified version of the Quake engine, known as Dark Places engine. Gameplay is inspired by Unreal Tournament and Quake, but with various unequal elements. Xonotic started aim to become the best possible fast-paced open-source FPS.